Hey, what's going on there, guys? Nick here from Absolute MTG, and today we are going to be taking a quick look at the brand new event deck from Dragons of Tarkir. So this is the Landslide Charge event deck. This is mainly geared for like FNM play, and is meant for not really newer players, but players that are starting to get a grasp of the game a little bit more and want to have something to take to like FNM. So it comes with a 60 card deck, 10 rares, and a 15 card sideboard. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at it and see just what all we get inside of here. I kind of skimmed through the deck list once it was announced online. However, I didn't just really pay attention to every single thing that's in here. I know you do get a Thunderbreak Regent, which is really sweet, but I don't remember what else is in here. But we will find out shortly. Alright, so this slides out, and we have our nice deck box that is very reusable. We have our sideboard, we have a divider, a insert for the deck itself, and it just talks about the event deck. We have an insert for how to play Magic, for rules and whatnot. We have a spin down die in here. This one looks pretty sweet, actually. That's really awesome. I really like the new spin downs that they started doing. And then we actually have our deck here. So we'll close this up. We'll put the divider back in there as well. Close this up and put that back up on there and put this off to the side. Alright, so first off, let's take a look at the deck itself. So our main board, 60 cards. Okay, so our first card is Yasova Dragonclaw. We have a Savage Knuckleblade, Sirach the Hunt Caller, our Thunderbreak Regent, Outpost Siege. Very sweet that they included that in here as well. Crater's Claw. And then moving on, we have Elvish Mystic. We have a playset of them, allowing you to play like your turn 3 cards on turn 2. Golden Hind. Heir of the Wilds. We have 4 of those guys, so we have an entire playset. So this is like a strict improvement from like the intro packs. 2 Mogus's Warhound to enchant your dudes and make them bigger. Some Fanatic of Xenagos, so a playset of Fanatic of Xenagos. 2 Wild Slash, a Stubborn Denial. I would assume there's probably like one more in the sideboard or something like that. 2 Lightning Strike, 2 Roast to deal 5 damage to target creature without flying, and Arc Lightning, 2 Teamer Charms. We have a set of Evolving Wilds, which is cool. It would have been really sweet if they included like a fetch land in here or something like that, but I don't know. I guess maybe that's a little bit too much. A little bit too much to ask for. Frontier Bivouac. So we have a play set of those. We have forests, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forests. You want to have a little bit heavier green just because you are playing like Elvish Mystic. You want to hit it on turn 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains, 1 island, and a Temple of Abandon. Then we have some more rares here. We have a Boon Satyr. We have a Polis Crusher. And we have a Mistcutter Hydra. Alright, that's pretty cool. I like where they were going with this. It seems very straightforward and what you want to be doing with this type of a deck. Is that all 10? 3, 6, 9. Am I missing one? Yeah, the Temple of Abandon. There we go. So yeah, I mean, you could either just try to add in like fetch lands to give you some better consistency, play like Mana Confluences in here, just to make the deck more consistent with actually being able to see like your blue for Savage Knuckleblade and some of the other cards in here. Or honestly, you could cut the blue and just play like a red-green monsters type deck. Just jam some Pelucranos in there. Fanatic of Xenagos is just fine. If you want to drop the money on like Rabblemaster, going turn 1 Elvish Mystic into turn 2 Rabblemaster is really sweet. Heir of the Wilds can stay. The Mogus's Warhound is not really that amazing. Honestly, like if you're playing Elvish Mystic and you're playing like an aggro-based deck, like trying to jam like turn 3 cards on turn 2 is just what you want to be doing. Wild Slashes are fine. You could probably put like more Lightning Strikes in here. Roast is fine as well. Arc Lightning is probably more of a sideboard card than anything. If you're dropping the blue, of course, you're dropping the Temur Charms and adjusting the mana base to just be playing forests and mountains and no Frontier Bivouacs. With that, you can also play like more Temple of Abandon. They're actually like dirt cheap to pick up right now because a lot of people are trying to get rid of theirs. You can play more Sirox if you want to invest in Sirox rather than Pelucranos, because Pelucranos doesn't have a huge amount of time left in Standard, at least not like at the time of this recording. Getting Sirox is a wise thing to do. The card's actually pretty playable. Thunderbreak Regent is also very playable as well. However, I'm not sure if this card's going to go up a huge amount just because of how many there are going to be in like circulation with the event deck itself. However, I know just with like pre-release prices that they've had and whatnot, Thunderbreak has seen a lot of hype for it. But the Thunderbreak is actually a seemingly very sweet card, and even in playtesting has been very cool. Outpost Siege, of course, is really great. You could play like another one in here. The Boon Satyr is cool. Yasova is definitely cool in here as well. Polis Crusher and Mistcutter Hydra. But there are some modifications that you can make that just make this into a red-green like aggro type deck. Of course, Rabblmasters aren't the best investment just because they don't have a huge amount of time to still stick around for Standard. However, they are pretty sweet whenever you get to play them on turn 2. And then our sideboard here, which we are just kind of quickly go over. Alright, so we have Rending Volley. We have 2 of those. We have Stubborn Denial. We have some Disdainful Strokes, which is definitely a reason to be splashing for blue. We have Encase in Ice for green and red hate. Abzan Beastmaster, just to get some advantage in the attrition war. Reclamation Sage, 2 of those guys. Active Treasons, I guess, against big guys. If you're playing against like high-end drop creatures and whatnot. You could also play Harness by Force as well. And 2 more Arc Lightnings, which are for like the decks that are playing a lot of smaller creatures that you can just kind of burn through a bunch of them, or like even just like 2 of them, like a X2 and an X1 with 1 spell is pretty sweet. So yeah, I actually like where they went with this sideboard. Of course, like I mentioned for the main board, you can make some improvements with like more expensive cards like Rabblemaster. The same could be said for like the sideboard as far as even just playing like Anger of the Gods for just matchups where you don't want your opponent to just gain a huge amount of advantage and you have an Arc Lightning that you can't really do a whole lot with. Matchups like Green Devotion, as far as like very narrow standard decks are concerned, like Anger is pretty good against them. However, that's another card that's probably going to be rotating. I don't want to say soon, but it doesn't have a massive amount of time to still stick around. But yeah, like honestly, if I had this deck and I was taking this to an FNM and I was just kind of starting from scratch, like let's assume all of my stuff got stolen and this is what I have to work with, what changes would I make? I'd probably drop blue, just play like a red-green deck. But I like where they went with this. Of course, there's going to be some inconsistencies where maybe you don't see your Evolving Wilds, you don't see your Frontier Bivouac, you have all of your blue cards in your hand, but you can't cast any of them. So I think the easiest way to go about this is just drop blue, have a lot of fun with it. These decks are meant to be a little bit more competitive than like intro packs and offer a wide variety of different cards at your disposal to be able to play in semi-competitive events like FNM. So yeah, that is our deck here. The Dragons of Tarkir event deck, Landslide Charge. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more Magic the Gathering content here on the channel, please be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel for more Magic the Gathering content. Thank you guys for watching, but until next time, peace out.